Hello there, welcome back to Stella of the End, where an arrow hit Philia and it just bounced off her shoulder. There's like no other way for me to describe that. Watch the last episode. If you've seen the last episode, you'd know why. The head is coated in some kind of mild poison, probably created by dipping in sewage. Good though. Good thing that won't have any effect on an android. I look around for our enemy. My night vision image isn't showing anything. There isn't that interference again. There's that interference again. Yeah. Where are they? I raised my gun and pointed all around. This is what I get for relying on advanced tech too much. There she. Where? Where is she? I see. Some man standing on boards, linking the different outer stairwells together. I thought it was proper. I thought I was prepared for this. It's still a shock. Something about their clothes doesn't look right. What I can see of their bodies underneath is similarly deformed. In general, they look as though they've lived a life of violence, not peace. They don't have guns, but use bows, arrows, and daggers made from saved shaved down pieces of debris. These people weren't civilized. They were civilized once, but they regressed. They stomp and walk on the walkways, made to intimidate us, or as a signal to their allies. Others stomps answers them, echoing around us from every direction. Several more arrows fly at us. Their aim's not very good, but we can't get get complaint complacent.
走れるか。
Fortunately, Philia doesn't seem to be in any pain.
行け、来た道を戻るんだ。
I ignore her protest. This is no time to stand again around and argue. Philia's never been a fast runner, though. I chance a look behind us and see three of the men approaching. There's still a way back. No need to engage them just yet. I turn my attention back to the road again, ahead. As we turn a corner, Philia is hoisted up off her feet. A barbed spear hooks through her collar, dragging her up towards an outer staircase. Two men are standing there above us. They must have been stationed there to catch unawares. To catch us unaware.
そいつを離せ
Shit. Now they step forward to attack. One is wielding an old fire axe, and the other a meat cleaver. I raise my gun and fire unassisted. They scream like beasts and fall back onto the floor. I fire some warning shots to keep them at bay. But they're still clinging onto their life somehow. Nothing short of direct shots to the head is going to finish them off. At least, like this, they can't fight anymore. I get moving again. One of the men on the staircase now has Philia hoisted over his shoulder. They're all rushing up the stairs. I try to get after them, but the first few steps, stairs up from the ground have been removed. Fires some shots above their heads, but none of them even flinch. They're already moving at the highest that's just beyond my reach. I look around desperately for a way up. There's nothing here. What the way they've got those things set up here can travel through the hollowed spaces in the buildings walls pretty easily. Almost like tapes and treetops. Yet.
やむを得ん
I fire a grenade at one of the outer walls. The resulting hole is more than big enough for me to get through. Not a bad firearm. No condition, no caution, just reckless charge. Oh, certainly catches them off guard, kind of. I head up the staircase, soon reaching the one where Philia was taken. Now I think about how does he fire the grenade? It's deserted now, and eerily quiet. Now, how the heck does he fire the grenade? Does that seem like a standard grenade launcher mount? Grenade launcher mount. I would expect like there to be like a slope into the main body of the rifle. Then he can kind of like hold it and then pull the trigger. But I'd assume kind of like a double pistol grip. Those who know firearms can kind of see what I'm kind of going at here. Or I'd expect kind of a double pistol grip. One in front, behind the grenade barrel, and then the main one that's connected to the body. You're kind of holding it like that. That is what I would expect. But it doesn't look like that. Even if it's like off kilter, it's like a 45-degree angle from the bottom of the rifle. That's what I'd expect it to move it around. Might not be the best, but you know what I'm kind of going at here? For the guys that know firearms far better than me. Overall, the body of the rifle looks fine. Seems like a hodgepodge of stuff. Like the butt of the gun seems off. All of it seems fine. Not great, but at least fine. Back to the story, though. Materials from elsewhere have been piled up, and block off the walkways to different floors. A barricade to keep individuals out. That means their real territory is on the other side. A second grenade makes short work of the barrier.
ただいま遠くで爆発を確認。至急建物から外に避難してください。エレベーターの使用はできません。
The impact sets off an alarm and a recorded message. Data has been damaged and language is archaic. I can't make out all of it, but the general message is clear. A swarm of security bots is probably heading here this very moment. I need to hurry. I push through the remains of the barricade. And the first thing I notice is that the other side is the smell. The stench of humanity. I can see a lot better now. The windows and holes of the walls let out a lot more light. I'm in an open space lined with wooden tiles. A lot like it may have been a marketplace before. Now though, it's because a grimy looking dwelling, full of primitive tools and fixtures. Great. A stone hearth. Earth? Shelves cobbled together from broken pipes and a cable. Chairs made of old tree tires. What? My terminal vibrates, warning me the battery's getting low. My display fills with notifications from the data it started picking up. The electrical interference has no longer affected my sensors.
建物内だからか。ありがたい。
I run a scan and find several figures crouched the walkways leading out of here. They're probably waiting for me to make my move so they can ambush me. I keep my distance and shoot them down before they can react. 3 of them gave a brief cry before crumpling over. I made sure to pierce their femoral artery. They won't be getting back up. And a pretty good shot. Take out their artery and they ain't gonna go very far. But now, others are coming. And from further afield. They're all men and all armed. I dispatched them with some quick shots to the head. But if he's using a hollow point, they ain't getting away. They ain't going anywhere. It's not pretty. I'm ready to hurry across the walkway before they hit the ground. According to my location data, Billy has been taken further into the city. She's in a space with several other life signs clustered together. I make a beeline for it. Please tell me he has a pistol on him. I use guns in rooms, plus attackers, and grenades for those with more. Yeah, it saves you on some ammo. This might just be the largest scale raid I've ever carried out. Yeah, well, at this point, compared, if you look at it, our main dude had longer range than a lot of them. Yeah, they got arrows. They got bows and arrows, but compared to modern firearms, bows and arrows are not the best. They're not terrible, but they're not the best if you're looking at range. That, that's just how it is. These people are about as primitive as they come. They didn't seem to realize how much the threat of guns pose. When I point mine at them, they don't show the least sign of fear. That knowledge has been lost somewhere in the past generations. And because they don't understand what I can do, I can't intimidate or negotiate with them. Oh, yeah. A little hard to negotiate. Corpses keep piling up. The forces of the men I killed all start to blur together. I can't very well stop to remember all of them. Oh, what must they think of me? Did any of them have any notion this could... They died. And they lost a huge portion of their tribe. I'm taking back my cargo. That's all I need to know. Shoot, kill, move on. With my sensors back online, not even a challenge. Oh, to them they might see this guy as a god. Soon, it's not just men, but women attacking as well. The further I go, the stranger the smell gets. And even start children here. And there. There's an old woman cowering in a corner, holding her head. And a girl, barely a teenager, cuddling a child in her own. Staring fire at me. Young boys glare at me from the sideline. Then a woman with a weapon jumps into the fray. Swings around some kind of kitchen knife. Headshot. I kill them one after another without a shred of compassion. Finally, I arrive at the place. Philia's been taken.
Philia!
It's a large room, stored with material and stone objects. The life signs I picked up before were all women. And a lot of them, most of them, sat against the wall, breastfeeding their children and generally watching proceedings. The subdued, almost atmosphere. I've walked into a festival. Everyone freezes when they see me come in. From here, I think it's the best time for me to end the episode here. Questioning what the fuck we're gonna do. So, hopefully you guys have a great time and a great day too. Like question. They're all gonna do. I hope all you guys have a great time and a great day too.